Spurgeon here with RevZilla to talk to you about the Speed and Strength Straight Savage Jacket available at RevZilla.com. So what you're going to see with the Straight Savage is this is now going to be the older brother to the Off the Chain. The Off the Chain was a very popular hoodie combination piece that we've seen from Speed and Strength, and this is taking it to the next evolutional step. Around the $280 price point, what you're getting is a wax cotton chassis with leather working its way down the outer arms for the impact protection and the abrasion resistance that you'd expect from a jacket that has that leather overlay to it. Now, the other thing you'll note with this does have the removable hoodie on the inside. You can wear the hoodies as standalone, or as Brian is modeling this so kindly, you can wear that hoodie installed in the jacket. Just make sure you go ahead and take those hoodie straps for the hood and tuck them down in, otherwise they start beating you on your helmet. Now, the other thing to note with the Straight Savage is that there's going to be a pair of matching gloves as well as a helmet you can get. So if you want to, fully knock yourself out from waist up with Straight Savage gear from Speed and Strength, you have that option available to you. Now, this jacket's going to be what we would call 2 to 3 season in functionality. It's going to be great for the spring, great for the fall. You can push it a little bit in the warmer months of the year because you do have some ventilation on the biceps as well as the back, and you can push it into some of the cooler months of the year. Really, it's going to depend on where you reside and what your climate is going to be like. I wouldn't want to wear this thing in the dead hot of the summer or the dead cold of the winter, again, depending on where you live. So, from a sizing standpoint, High-Vis Brian on the left-hand side stands at 6 foot, weighs 195 pounds, and has a 42-inch chest. According to Speed and Strength size chart, Brian should actually be in a large, which is what we have him in right now. You're going to see it's going to fit him quite well. It's an American cut, so it's a little bit of a boxy kind of a cut to it, but it fits him quite nicely. Small up to 3XL are the sizes available, and there's 3 different colors available. There's a black brown, and Brian is wearing the black and olive. One of the things that really struck me about this is it's definitely more of a mature look. I really like what Speed and Strength is doing with this compared to something like the Rage Against the Machine. Now, if you want to step up from this, the Rage Against the Machine, or the Rage with the Machine rather, would be the step up from this. But really, I actually like this jacket more. Again, around the $280 price point, this is something that's a little bit more mature than the Rage with the Machine, which has all the patches and the skulls all over it. But again, that really comes down to what your aesthetic taste tends to be. As we work our way through this, one of the things you'll know, like I said earlier, it's a combination of wax cotton with 0.9 to 1 millimeter cowhide in the impact zones. You're also going to notice you have the Speed and Strength embossed button at the very top of this for the collar. And then that leather comes down. You are going to have a full CE armor package in this. It's going to be vault armor. You're going to have vault armor at the shoulders, the elbows, as well as a back protector standard with this particular piece. Working down the bicep, like I said earlier, YKK zips with the bicep vents for that airflow. So if you are in the warmer months, you can use that for a little bit of extra airflow. And then, Brian, just go ahead and spin that over for me. Simple wrist closure, nothing fancy, no zippers, no frills, just a Velcro closure to that. And you will notice that the sweatshirt cuffs do a good job of actually staying up in the jacket and don't impede with the look as long as you're just wearing this correctly. As you work your way down, symmetry comes into play. You have 2 slash pockets over the chest and then dual hand warmer pockets working its way down either side. Brian, go ahead and face sideways, strike the riding position for me. So you are going to have adjustments at the waist. So a Velcro adjuster down below to help you fine tune how it sits in your waist, and then working up, you can see you do have vents on the side, so as the air pushes through down your arm, it has a place to go. One of the things that really impressed me was actually the gusset that they've worked into the back of the arm. So whether you're rocking this with more of a, kind of a cafe style where you're a little bit more hunched over, or you got some kind of a cruiser with some ape hangers on there, nice range of motion out of the shoulders. You still have that pop of leather on the back of the gusset, but they did a nice job of splitting that to allow for a better range of motion. Brian, you go ahead and face backwards for me, and just go ahead and pull the hood up. And one of the things you'll notice Brian kind of puts that hood on is that leather works its way all the way around, and you have that full canvas back to this, a little bit of ribbing at the bottom, and you will have that CE rated back protector like I mentioned earlier, so you get a full CE level 1 vault armor back protector as a standard offering. Brian, you can go ahead and face forward, go ahead and unsnap and unzip for me. Now you can see Brian is currently wearing the hoodie. Like I mentioned earlier, we have those the straps for the hood kind of tucked down below. If you've ever worn a hoodie on a motorcycle before and you don't do that, they tend to flap around and start smacking you in the helmet. It gets quite annoying. The other thing you'll note is that the zippers are going to be fully reversible, so you can flip that over so it doesn't really kind of impede or push against you while you're riding. But if you want to, you can unzip this, and then that sweatshirt becomes a standalone option. So you can wear the sweatshirt as a standalone option. If you're taking the sweatshirt out in the warmer months and you're just using it as a standalone jacket, mesh lining works well even if you're just wearing a t-shirt. And you'll see there are going to be connection loops for your belt. So if you're wearing this with a pair of riding jeans, you can run that through the belt, and it helps to keep the jacket in place in the event of a crash. Brian, go ahead, you may zip up, my friend. So for those of you out there looking for something that's a little bit more mature than Rage with the Machine or a step up from Off the Chain, this is gonna be a nice addition to Speed and Strength lineup. I really like the look, the feel, as well as the fit of the Straight Savage. Now there's a lot of folks out there utilizing Speed and Strength gear on their rides, and if you want to hear more about what they have to say, now would be the time to click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting the Straight Savage jacket through its paces. If you want to talk to one of our gear geeks as to which jacket is right for you and your riding style, you can always give them a shout at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Speed and Strength Straight Savage jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.